Thank you. Good evening, BNI.
Evening.
Loud, annoying voice brought to you thanks to Led Zeppelin. All right, so I've got a couple different things to go over. The beginning of this is about ways that you can increase your search engine ranking by doing simple things that are not expensive and not tremendously time-consuming. Okay, one is YouTube video. As you can see, I believe in this myself. There's some easy YouTube videos that you can make that have a lot of clout because Google owns YouTube outright. So they tend to be preferential toward YouTube, maybe a little more than they should. So you can exploit this. Here's an example. Simple video to make is the happy customer. You've just delivered something, you printed cards for somebody or whatever, and they're better than they expected. The guy's like, wow, this is awesome. These are great invitations, you know? This is phenomenal. You can just take a moment and go, excuse me, do you mind if I just take a quick YouTube video? I'm going to throw it on my website. People are flattered. They say, sure. Sometimes they want to make sure their hair is okay, you know? They're happy to do it, generally speaking. I mean, these people are thrilled. You're catching them in a good moment. You shoot that quick video. It's handheld. It's probably semi-okay lit, but not great. You know, the fact that it doesn't look like a pro shoot is in your favor. That gives it a certain amount of credibility because it's like off the cuff. And this is somebody else saying nice things about you, which is more believable than you saying nice things about you, okay? You can accumulate hundreds of these things. Anytime you have a happy customer, think of shooting a little YouTube video. Okay, easy video to do. People are flattered that you asked. Another one is the how-to video. I do a bunch of these. If you have an area of expertise, you can explain to people how they can do what you do. You know, how they can, all right, so you're an accountant, how to keep more of your money and stay out of jail. Your fitness, you can do demonstrations of various exercises, 15 minutes a day to stay fit, or whatever. The point is that you can give how-to videos of your expertise that will attract people to look at what you're doing. You know, one of the things I hear is like, oh, I'm on Facebook, I'm spending all this time, what am I getting from it? Well, what are you putting into it? If you're just showing up and expecting people to buy things, it's an unreal expectation. It's not going to happen. All you've got with social media is a communication line. If you're going to be helpful, if you're going to provide your expertise so that people can partake, people can take advantage of your expertise, they're going to think well of you later. You know, the guy who saved a couple of bucks on his taxes because he looked at your video, you go, yeah, you know, that was a good suggestion. I know I have something else I need done in that same area. I'm going to call that guy. See, so you're leaving people with a good impression of you. You can put these videos on all your social media. You can slap videos on Facebook. You know, as long as you got it on YouTube, you can just put those links all over the place. And this becomes passed back to your website, okay? Now, another way to go, this is a bit different. This isn't off the cuff. Is you hire a professional video guy. Now, a video guy is going to make you look like the President of the United States. They're going to make you look awesome. They're going to light it properly. They'll spend like an hour and a half before they even start filming, just making sure that your colors are correct, the lighting is exactly right, and you look incredible. Then they'll shoot the thing. The easiest way to do this is like a 90-minute interview. You write the questions. The video guy asks you the questions, but he's off camera. You're going to cut around that. You do this 90-minute interview. It's all softballs. It's all stuff you wrote yourself, right? That can then be chopped up into 20 or more 2-minute videos, which defrays the cost of the thing. Having a videographer do the professional shoot is going to cost you between $1,200 and $2,000, roughly. But if you get 20 promotional videos out of it, now that makes more economic sense, because these things you can eke them out a couple at a time. If you do a newsletter, for instance, an email newsletter, you can put those professionally shot videos, put one into each newsletter, right? And again, you look great. It comes off very professional for attorneys and people that want to present, you know, a dignified front. Don't want to just have all, you know, off the cuff stuff this is a very nice way to go, okay? All right. Now, another way, besides YouTube, it's not just all YouTube, another way is blogging. That's a great way to promote yourself, your business, all right? Now, you can get a free account at WordPress. You can get a free account at Blogger. You know, you're better off digging deep and spraying for like $10 to register a domain name with GoDaddy, okay? And maybe paying another couple of bucks to get a real simple WordPress website put up and doing it that way. The reason is that you can link back to yourself and you'll have a lot more SEO juice that way. One way to develop this kind of search engine clout is, everybody know what a keyword is?
Yep.
Yes.
That's about half. All right, so your keyword for these purposes, this is how people search for you, what people are searching for when they're really looking for you. For instance, for
Brochures.
Jeff, it could be brochures. Sure, that's a good one for you. You know, it might not be what you think it is. Like Jeff does angle offset printing, but people aren't going to search that way. They're going to be looking for professional printer. They're going to be looking for brochures. They're going to be looking for bound presentation documents, things like that, okay? You can get a URL, a web address that incorporates one of your money keywords, okay? I did this and had good success over the course of 4 months using YouTube videos, Pinterest, and Facebook. I had 8 positions on page 1 of Google for that particular keyword in 4 months, okay? So that is, somebody hits page 1, they're looking for this particular product or service, and you've got even half of the positions on page 1. You look like the go-to guy. You look like the dominant factor for that particular thing. So this is a nice way to do your blogging, is to use a URL that expresses, what it is that you do, that voodoo that you do, right? And blog there. Now, in a blog, you can recycle your sales letters. If you wrote a really good sales letter, really persuasive, compelling, fine. Generalize it, take off the dear blog, and make it a little more general. That's a great blog post. For attorneys, talking about this with Carrie last week, is if you put all the work into writing a good letter to a client, you've researched things, you've got a good argument, you've researched a legal point, well, why not just leave it? Why just leave it at that? Why not generalize it a little bit, take out references to the client, and that's a blog post. That's getting more mileage out of your expertise that way. Also, these YouTube videos that I was encouraging you earlier, it's very, very simple to drop a YouTube video into a blog post. All right. Now, a blog, of course, in addition to presenting your news, like if you're having a sale, if you've got a new product, if you're adding additional personnel to your firm, anything like that, okay? A blog, you can publish that sort of stuff. You've got videos, you've got pictures of your products, okay? You can include all of those things, and it links back to your website. It's got your email address, it links to your Facebook, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn, and all of that, all right? I'm going to speed it up a little bit because the last part of this presentation is your plan for total world domination using SEO. So we want to get to that part. All right. So the next thing would be marketing with other people. If it seemed a little daunting to get your own web address and bother to get a WordPress website, do it with somebody else. Do it with somebody that you're a natural fit with. For instance, in my business, I'm a natural fit with a graphic designer. I'm a natural fit with a web designer. So if I partner up with somebody who's doing graphic designs, if I partner up with somebody who's doing websites, we can get a keyword that affects both of our industries, and we can split the task. So we can take turns doing posts to this blog, take turns supplying YouTube videos. We can comment on each other's videos, which is awesome in Google's eyes. The better thing than an inactive blog that just gets posted to every so often is where it actually gets comments. It's an active blog. It's not just, one person on their soapbox speaking their mind, okay? So anyway, let's do a one-on-one. Let me tell you some more about how to dominate the internet for your particular product or service. Thank you very much.